Yo, what the hell is a flippant?
I only have him locked. Otherwise, we're just friends. See, if we're just friends, I can't have half his money. I can't tell him what to do. I can't tell him when to be home.
But let me ask you a question.
Hold on, we have to live together, and I have to control his sex.
Yeah.
If we live together and then I control his sex, then I have all this power. But if they were in a situation where legalized prostitution was just like grocery stores, or it was just everywhere, what would first of all, the amount of hoes would probably be the same.
It's like, they'd just be a lot richer.
Now they're just doing it like under the table. It's hard to get away with it.
What he was saying was, if prostitution was legal, right, women can't control us just for sex.
I agree.
All right, like they'd have to bring something else. Now, is it up to me to define what that something else is? I think any marriage is different. You know what I'm saying? But like on that aspect of it is, we're not just getting married because, you know, we can have sex with a woman. Mm-hmm. We're getting married for other reasons. And that's why he thinks that, you know, prostitution should be legal.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't think prostitution should be legal. I'm sorry, I got tongue twisted. My question is, like, y'all keep putting on this responsibility of the sex being on females. We say we don't want to have sex one time. It's an issue. Now you go out here for prostitution. What happens when y'all say y'all don't feel like having sex? Because don't get us wrong. We go to menopause. Don't like good shit. That may be the reason why we don't have sex all the time. But as men, y'all have that issue too. Y'all got a pill for it to fix it, but you got an issue too.
Right. You
don't feel like doing it. Is it okay for us to do the same? It's like, to me, it comes back off of it because you're a man. It's like, sex is this important. We gotta do this and that. Well, money is very important to me too. So if I go out here because you can sit here and say you're a man all you want.
Yeah.
What if you come short a little bit in financial? How would you feel if I go out there and get money for somebody else?
See, the thing is that I would feel really bad at the fact that I couldn't provide for the woman that I told I could provide for.
As a woman,
right?
You feel very bad if we can't provide
exactly
for you. And you go do that, it's the same.
Now the thing is there's consequences to what you can't do.
Facts.
Right? Like there's consequences. So if I can't provide and you go out there and find somebody that can provide for you, well, guess what? Those are my consequences. You're still going to end up being happy at the end of the day because now you found something that you were looking for and I lost something because I couldn't do anything about it. Same's got to go for the other side. Is that, you know, if you can't provide this for me as a man, it's like I want sex, like whether it be constantly or not. You know, if you made prostitution legal, like I'm able to just go and buy it and then come back home. You know what I'm saying? Like no harm, no foul. At least from my side of it.
But why does sex always gonna come back to like the issue of us not wanting to have sex? Or it's the woman's fault.
Because we can do everything else.
It's the woman's fault though. Why men don't take in perspective that maybe it's not that I'm just tired I want to have sex. Maybe I'm just tired I want to have sex with you.
Well, I mean, see that could be it, but see.
But if I say that to you, how would you feel?
Women have. Okay, let me answer your question. If you said that to me, how would you feel? It would be like, well, look, this is your job, so provide me something that I can work with, you know, to make this happen for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me like alternatives, you know, that we can go through because I think that sex is a woman's, if it's a woman's, let's say, a responsibility. Sex is your responsibility. Because if you go, women have control access to sex, right? Men control access to relationships. Like if there's something wrong in our relationship and, you know, something that you seen differently and that's on me. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell you right now that I would take 100% responsibility for it because this is a relationship. I had control. I'm the one that asked you to marry. So I'm the one who asked you to have faith in where I'm going with it. Right? The reason why I like you are different reasons for why you like me. So if we can get that understanding right there, then we can understand that women control access to sex. Men control access to relationships. Because we go out here and pay for prostitutes, but like we're not marrying them.
I agree with that, but I think it's vice versa too. At the end of the day, we have the access to sex because we can tell you yes or no. You gotta go
That's
with
right.
it, right?
That's right.
But sometimes you gotta think of it. You gotta be able, as a man, you gotta think outside the box. My wife has been with me for 16, 17 years.
Right.
She's had sex with me. She's had my babies. She's still here. The dick is not keeping her here.
That's right. Dick doesn't keep women.
Exactly. So if she's still willing to put up with, what am I doing wrong? Well, all of a sudden she decides tonight is not a good night. You got to take that responsibility too, because sometimes at the end of the day, I can only speak for me and can speak for all females. I mean, I love having sex. But when it becomes a routine, or when it's like clocking into work where
Yeah, that is completely y'all.
that's
Like
y'all
that,
too though.
no. See, what you got to do is you're the one that makes the introduction of those things. I'll tell you right now, if it came to like, you know, me needing to go to, let's say, New Mexico for a job, that is what I'm good at. That is what I'm good at controlling. All right, like I don't control anything other than where we go, what I do for work, how much money we make. Protection, providing is what I do. All right?
Facts.
And I can't do everything. So that's why I got married. Because on on that other end, the things that I can't do, she can. And if she's bored during sex, that is her fault. It's not mine. Because we already said, like, you know, because you agreed with everything. I was like, I provide, I protect. That's what I do. If it comes to moving, if it comes to like sustenance and sustaining us, that is my job. Where does your job
Times,
fall?
ladies, I don't want y'all to think.
Where-
Because I agree with that part. Yes.
Yeah. Where's your job?
My job, like you said, if my job is, like I said, I'm supposed to take care of the kids, take care of home, make sure that home is home. As a woman, my job is to make the home a home. Right or wrong?
Right.
All right. So
if I
I'm
can come
doing
to
my job to make home, and I'm bored with the sex, if I come and tell you, regardless of what I do, if I tell you that I'm bored with the sex, that's gonna make you feel some type of way, you're gonna go get it from somebody else. If I tell you I don't want to have sex, that's gonna make you feel some type of way, you're gonna go to somebody else. At the end of the way, I can't win either way.
Yes, you can, because it's so what we learned here, right, is that, you know, there's consequences to what you do and what you don't do.
Right.
All right. Like a blanket statement, there's consequences. So if you don't, and I would like to use a famous Dragon Ball Z reference from Goku, if I don't, who will? Right? I think if women take more into that perspective, instead of being a victim of circumstance.
Ooh.
A victim of circumstance.
I know victim. I like that
Right?
word. Go ahead.
Don't you just love victim?
No, I don't.
A victim of circumstance, then, you know, they can take control more in their relationship. Look, you said it yourself. If you're bored with the sex, and sex is your job,
But why is it my job?
because men control access to relationships. Men are the ones that propose. We're supposed to do things like protect and provide.
This generation, we taking over because y'all female. I said sorry. We are taking over now because y'all men are trading places with us females. Like I tell myself, it gotta be something in the water. Y'all are taking a little bit of that feminine juice now because y'all acting more like females than we are now. Y'all get mad and going, oh, you don't want to have sex with me, I'm going to have sex with somebody else.
But it's
All
always
right.
been like that.
But it's not.
You
when
even
do we change
heard
the roles though?
He said pool hall. It's the only thing that
But
gets
that's
us.
the way you can get some pussy now.
The only thing that gets us distraught is not having sex with our wives. That's the only thing that gets us distraught. You think everything else, like somebody broke in, like we.
Entertainment is like that thrill. It's adrenaline of getting caught or doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
We don't have that. We want just like if we could have sex in a cardboard box, we would. But see, the thing is that women don't like the cardboard box idea. They want the house, and that's what we did. We gave you a house. You know what I'm saying? Like you would think for like the longest time you're like, oh well, he gave me a house, yeah, like 20 years ago. It was like, are you kidding me? 20 years ago?
So you telling me as a female, even Tabs, you gave her that house. She didn't have no contributions to the house.
I made it a
She made that house
possibility.
a home. She helps contribute to the bills of the house. She keeps that house where you're happy to go home at night.
Out of need, but we don't need
Out
it.
of need? What?
We really don't. So if you're talking
If
about,
you don't need us, so why are you bothering us?
if you're talking about me personally,
us?
I don't need help paying for the house and the bills. I don't.
So what do you need?
I need sex.
So why that's the case,
I need a legacy.
Why
I need
get
somebody
married?
to cook dinner whenever I come home.
You
Like
see out there, he's out here making all kinds of legacies. He just had another legacy the other day.
And guess what? That drives me right back into the point.
You don't need to marry nobody and play with nobody's feelings for a legacy.
So there's no feelings been played with, and I put.
Feelings.
See, the thing is the reason why I haven't gone out and done things that if she told me no, like I don't go out, is because I understand there's feelings involved. Right? And I believe that you shouldn't lie to a woman, especially to get her to sleep with you. You shouldn't do that. Right? I look down on stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's now you're creating more of the women who are willing to, lie to me. I don't want that. I want honesty. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that point. Like you said, don't lie to a woman. But if you sitting here and making me feel that what I'm doing is enough, why as soon as I say I don't want to have sex, what I'm doing is no longer enough for you?
Because what you were doing was enough, was providing us sex, and then you took away the sex, and it's not enough anymore.
So as women, basically you're saying is we don't have to do nothing else but open our legs.
No.
Taking care of the kids and stuff, that's just a plus.
No, absolutely not.
And we don't do none of that.
No. So whenever I say legacy, I'm a big proponent of homeschooling. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can, you know what I'm saying? Like homeschool, because it means that less money out of our pocket, and that means I can go to work on my own, right? Like I think what you got to do is you got to sit down and listen.
Who's gonna take that role on the homeschool? You or me?
You.
Why?
Because I'm providing.
Why can't I provide and you do it?
Because you wouldn't love me afterwards.
Why not?
Because I'm not what you want me to be, which is a provider.
But you are assuming that. As women, all we care about is somebody that's going to be treat me as your equal. If we got to switch shoes once, I don't know about females, but if we got to switch shoes once in a blue moon, I'm willing to do that. All I'm asking you is that when I do that for you, respect me in the same terms. So if I'm coming here and I'm bringing the bacon home and all you do is fry them, if I say, hey, drop them drawers, I want to get some. If you don't feel like it after doing everything, after you doing everything you did, and you say, I don't feel like it tonight because I'm tired, I've been doing a lot. If I don't respect you and be like, I understand, I go like, all right, don't worry about it. Let me go get hit up Tyrone. You want to give me some dick tonight?
See,
how would you feel?
That's great in theory, but stuff like that does not happen.
Bullshit.
Like,
because
okay,
it doesn't happen in your
so
world.
I'll bring in two of the most wealthiest proponents in this argument. We're talking about Lizzo. You know who Lizzo is?
I know who she is.
You know the guy who plays Captain America, Chris Evans?
I know Hemsworth. I can't.
Hemsworth? Chris Hemsworth?
No, Hemsworth Thor. I know Thor.
Thor? So, Captain America. So Lizzo hit up Chris Evans, Captain America, the guy who plays Captain America, and she was drunk and she wanted to do, and he was like, he was really nice to her. He was like, oh, no thanks, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that. Now, take Lizzo. She could have somebody who's in her DM, right? Instead, she reached out to a man who was wealthier, who looked way better, right? But this is what I'm saying. Like, I think women are like that, where they want somebody better than who they are.
Men do the same thing though.
No, we don't, because like I'm willing to marry the window girl at Taco Bell.
Lies.
If it came down to it.
But she gotta look decent, right? Because
exactly, but she works at Taco Bell. I don't care how much
you want, though.
I don't care how much money she makes.
You're a man. You feel like you can provide.
And then Chris Evans.
You don't need her to provide more.
Chris Evans, Americans, best looking ass, right? That's what America's best, greatest ass. That's what they call them, right?
All right.
Chris Evans, who makes more money than Lizzo, and all Lizzo did was not look up to his standards. Because look at who's Chris Evans dating.
But it's bullshit.
He's dating. Is it?
Yeah.
Does it have to be fair?
I mean, it's not so much bullshit because it's a woman. If I have a certain standard, I want you to meet it just like him. Yeah. But I don't fault Lizzo for going after what the fuck she wants.
I never faulted her for it.
Why should she? Because the fact that y'all put us in these categories and tell us that we have to live to this certain standard. If I feel like I want more and I deserve more, I don't give a fuck what you.
That's fair. That's fair. But Lizzo went after him. I didn't say anything about Lizzo going after him. What I said was she was upset afterwards, talking about how come he doesn't want me, because you don't meet what he wants. It's the same. That's why I said I would go after the window girl at Taco Bell, and you said if she looked the part, and I said exactly. There's no dispute there. Lizzo doesn't look the part. If I was a millionaire, shoot, if I'm me who I am now, I would want somebody who looked the part that I thought was the part. And guess what? It wouldn't matter what her preference was. It would matter what my preference is, because what she wants from me is protection, providing. That's what she wanted from me. And if I'm making a certain amount of money where I can do that for her, guess what? I've lived up to her standards. If the Taco Bell girl, I lived up to her standards. If she said yes to a date and having my kids afterwards, and moving into my house, I lived up to her standards.
But that's a man speaking though, because at the end of the day, who is saying that Lizzo wanted more from this guy than a good time?
And guess what?
She probably think he just cute and she just want to hop on. It has nothing to do with what he can do for her.
And guess what? He didn't even take that from her either. He said no thanks.
Well, I mean, maybe even if she's in her feelings behind it, at the end of the day, she's entitled to that. But who says that because of the fact she went out somebody that y'all consider out of her league? She went for what she wanted.
I wouldn't say any of that, because some of the women that I've taken down in the past, I was out of their league for providing. That was it. It wasn't out of their league for the one night stand.
But we got to get out of that whole 60s, 70s mind frame. This days women, we're making our own fucking money.
That's
we
right.
really don't need a man to do. We want what we want, just like y'all want what y'all want. Y'all able to go out here and, like you said, you can go get a bitch from Taco Bell. If a woman of caliber decides she want to get a dude from Taco Bell, you're gonna look at her funny. She's fucked. What the fuck are you thinking?
We don't care about your money though.
It's not just so much
That's
men. It's just the whole perspective. If
that's
Megan Thee Stallion was to go ahead and mess with a dude right now that work at McDonald's, what are you gonna do? Like? Why? She got too much. Why is she gonna lower her standards?
I would. That has never been the argument. All right, because whenever we look at other men as men, it was like, see that dude over there? Yeah, he's like 6'6". I'm pretty sure every girl in this club. I didn't even talk about what he did.
So why would
the fact that he's 6'6"?
It's all about what if we just like you said, why does it have to be a financial game or a financial stepper for us? Like Lizzo got her own bag. She don't need that dude for her bag. She got her own bag.
But what she wants is she wants what pretty much every woman wants, which is a tall, dark, and handsome, makes money. Entitlement is a completely different thing. Deserving.
What makes her not
is a completely different thing.
It's completely different thing. Entitled or deserving of that? Like she makes her own bag.
That's right.
Only thing about her is she has a little weight on her, but people like
a little bit. That's a lot of bit.
Don't do that.
It's a lot of bit. This is a guy's perspective. Is like I don't care.
Every guy's perspective.
I don't care how much.
Like him a little thicker.
And the guys that are showing up in her DM are the guys you're talking about. But she didn't go for the guys in her DMs. She went for the guy who wasn't.
So why does her standards have to be fucking diminished? Because she's
able to catch what she's able to catch. Like I didn't do it to her. I didn't do it to her.
Think about the conversation we had earlier.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, you may not be a 10, but you know enough
to be dangerous.
Exactly.
That's right.
So why does she have to be a 10 to not feel that she can go more than what she...
No. See, what you're saying is that she should be able to go after him. I'm not arguing that.
All right.
What I'm saying is that the guys that she's going after are not looking for her. And like I said, the guys in her DM are not the ones she wants. So she's looking outside of her DM because guys in her DM don't fit her fancy. All right, like
so
that's
if
just
you've
it.
seen a bunch of females in your DM right now, let's say he was Jeff Bezos. If you see a bunch of females in your female, you're not gonna think nothing of it.
I'd have something to worry about.
So why, like literally, if a bunch I understand the people in her DM is probably maybe who she should be pursuing, but she got to think too. Why do they want her?
Right, which is why I said if she's looking outside of her DM for somebody, right? she's not going to get the person that she wants because it's up higher than she is.
She not gonna know that until she tried.
Oh, she knows it. Chris Evans? Really?
She not gonna know it till she tried though. I mean, look at all these.
That's true. And then what's going to happen whenever... Well, we won't speculate on that. What we will do is we'll get back to the video. That's what we will do. That's where we're like... Remember, I told you we were 3 minutes in, and now we're 3 minutes and 41 seconds.
All right, let's get it.
Sneakiness is all this, they're gold diggers instead of hoes. Some girls will just go straight into hoeing.
Yeah, but here's my question. Do you think men are more interested in sex or admiration?
There's both.
They want to be admired,
But they get fake
right?
admiration from the hoes.
Yeah, but they
I say
also
hoes
know
with all due respect.
They know it's fake though. Like I think men,
Some of them don't care, dude.
want to be admired more than anything else.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
They want their dick to be the biggest, even if it's a mushroom cap. Just make all the noise, please, and let me know I'm King Kong. And that's why. And you stick to the woman. A lot of times, you'll stick to that one woman who you know has got your back no matter what. She just loves your
Brian,
ass.
but you're talking about...
Stick to that one woman.
Hey,
Give
look.
more for the one woman that's doing
That is exactly what I said. It was like, just because we're looking for a one-night stand with another woman, and I'm not saying this is fair, alright? We're looking for a one-night stand with that one woman, and then we come right back. 80% of the divorce rate is women.
All right.
Like,
so
y'all are divorcing us.
All right. So think about why we're divorcing. Like I said, 80. Y'all want that woman? You come back. I want that one man. Can I come back? Can I come back?
But there's a different dynamic between us.
Why?
It wasn't me who created it.
But
it's
why?
I didn't
Everything's changing every day.
I didn't create the need. I didn't create the need in women. I didn't do that. And you know what I did on my channel, on this new channel already? I said it was like, if women want a man that makes 6 figures, that worked out and looked good, and was able to provide for them, I said, why not give that to them? Why not give women what they want? Because if I'm upset at another dude coming at my wife because he finds her to be beautiful for that one night, if it is, or to take her away from me, can I really be mad at it?
No.
Because I'm not that guy. Let's say I was making $24K here in where we live right now, right? Mm-hmm. And I was upset that my wife left me for a dude who made 50 grand. It was like, why can't I do what it takes to make that 50 grand? Why can't I do that?
I agree to that, but it's like, what type of standard you put on a woman from that? Because at the end of the day, like I told you, I am good with the whole fact that if you need a break, I need a break. It's like, what you're telling me is that because you're a man, you're more entitled to that break or that need than I am.
No, I never said.
All right, so if
like
I
said,
just said a few minutes ago, if I feel like, hey, I love you, I'm gonna come back to you. He just looks like he gonna hang a little bit more to the left, and I need that right now. Why can't you accept that like you expect me to accept the fact that you need what you need?
Because we are different.
Bullshit.
We enjoy the purity in a woman. That's what it. No. You're pure to yourself. It's just like those reborn virgins, those born again virgins. It was like, well, you took 200 penises before you became a born again Christian or a born again virgin. But see, the thing is that like I know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just put those to the side. And you think about what we are as men. We want to be able to present you without going like, another dude going, I hit it first. Ray J and Kanye. Remember?
That is for your own man, ego, whatever. Yeah, y'all have to be able to get over that.
Exactly.
Because we females, we got to do with the same shit.
And we told you we won't.
But
what if that happens? Just like you won't settle on a man who makes $24K here.
I would though. The thing about it is that's what you guys assume. I want, if you give me that loyalty, you do the best you can, and you don't be stagnant or comfortable in that low position. You want to move up. That
right there. You're saying, I'm talking about lifelong makes $24,000 here.
If that's what you want,
you couldn't do it.
There's somebody.
So
for
what if
everybody.
we said lifelong? What if we said lifelong looking like a 23-year-old, just like we met you? What if we said that?
If you're not anything, even with having a job, not even being in a relationship, Everything requires growth. If you're not willing to grow, then no.
Right, but you're talking about us making money. We're talking about you looking the same way you did whenever we first.
No, I'm not even talking about making money because of shit. We want to be honest. A lot of y'all men don't look like we used to look at y'all, but when y'all was younger either. A lot of y'all men don't change too.
Well, I can tell you right now that the only thing that's bad about me is that my hairline is gone.
That's what's your perspective. Let's get your wife in here and hear what she gotta say.
If we go muscle wise to where I used to be,
that y'all think about the physical. And
we're talking about me. Like I used to be dumber and more naive. But that's about it.
But you're getting your own perspective for your own self. Let's get your wife in here and ask her what is the difference from now and then. You're only going on what you feel like. Oh, well, maybe, I'm getting more of this, that. But what is she saying?
Well, see, the thing
is all matters what y'all say.
Is that I have more muscle on my body.
Here we go.
Right? Like, I'm looking at this objectively, outside looking in. I want to say quadruple the time of money that I make, actually quintuple the time the money I was making back then, right? Like, other than that, and I have quite a few more guns than I had back then too, but other than that, it was like, what was it that you needed from me? You know what I'm saying?
Is, if we're going,
and this is me specifically.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm. If we're going on perspective though, you're going on what I make more money, I do this, I. Not yet have you tell me though. What about her? What does she see? At the end of the day, I could be with somebody and they can start from here and they could be all the way up here. That's a good thing in your eyes because as men, I'm all the way up here. I'm not right here anymore. But as a woman, it's like, okay, you may be up there. But what has changed about you? Like, besides your money, materialistic shit, what's changed about you completely? Like, at the end of the day, I accepted you when you had none of that. None of that. I don't care about none of that.
So let's go. Well, see, you've been married for a long time, and I've been married for a long time. I think that's why this conversation wouldn't really go too far. But you've met me. You first met me about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. What has changed about me from the 6 years ago, other than my job? Because we were still
look at you the same way though.
We were still having those same debates. You know what I'm saying?
And we're still having them right now.
Exactly. 6 years ago to this day,
we're the same.
I have not changed. There was like,
but that's in your mind. You may feel like you have. In my, I still look at you as the same person.
In your mind as well, because I am the same person, and we're on camera now. I haven't changed. I still love the debate. I still love working out. I still love, making more money. Every time that I've, made more income, I've told everybody about it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, holy shit, because I wanted everybody to be proud of me.
Why?
Because there's something about me that, needs that validation from other people. I mean,
we don't need that though. As women, I think it's the difference between us and men. We don't need that.
I think you need validation in a different way.
We need someone. But when it comes to like me loving you, not
no, it's all right.
But when it comes to me, like if I was with you when you didn't have nothing, and now you have something, I don't need that validation.
That's true. And like I'm talking to a woman who's been married for 16 to 17 years, right? Still not over the age of 25, guys. It's still not. So you've been married for over 16 years, right? And that's the worst part about talking to somebody who has been married that long, because what you have done is not common. You know what I'm saying? To be married for that long, that's not common. In fact, I think it was like 9 year or the 7 year itch or something like that, where like, things start to fall apart. But if you can make it past that, and I do advocate for marriage. So go through and look at my videos. I would say like I'm a men's advocate, but I want to see men married because that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? You want to make more money because you're trying to attract the opposite sex. You want to look good because you're trying to attract the opposite sex. You're listening to all these freaking people talking about game, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, you want to be married. You want to be in a relationship. You don't want to be out here in these streets.
So why is it that if we both go into the game wanting the same thing, Why is that the man is the first one to me, honestly? Women may be divorcing most of the time. We're tired of the bullshit. But men are the ones that's stepping out faster than women. If that is what you want.
Actually, statistics show that men and women step out on each other at the same rate, if not higher, on the women's
Show
side.
it to me.
Let's go.
No.
Oh,
Okay,
I was about to bring it up.
it may be, but to me,
I've been studying this for a good minute.
It may be that case, but what I'm saying is that I think they don't come to too much as women just being bored. We're just tired of taking the shit what we're expected to take. As a woman, I'm expected to understand that if I don't want to have sex with you tonight, that you should be able to go have sex with somebody else because I chose not to.
But the thing is, it would be hard for us to go out and have sex with somebody else. Not for lack of trying.
Why not? We got a whole show right now.
Not for lack of trying. All right, we're not like you. Where like if we post a picture in a normal Sunday dress going to church, you're still going to get the attention. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to get that. We don't get that kind of attention.
That's bullshit.
We really don't.
That is bullshit.
You know what kind of man you have to be to get that attention?
He is getting all this attention from that little young girl because she...
Puff Daddy. You're talking about a man who's made millions.
Yeah,
in fact, he could be a billionaire. Like Jeff Bezos, I'm pretty sure his inbox is full. Right? His inbox is full. I'm pretty sure.
There, Jeff.
His inbox is full. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that, but you're talking about, like, a regular guy who, like, his inbox isn't, like, I would still have to try if I went out here on this dating market. Probably not as hard.
You have to if you're already in a relationship. You don't have to.
No, if I was on the dating market. If I was on the dating market, like, I would have to try.
Y'all still choose to when y'all get either bored with us
or we
don't give you what you want. You don't have to. You choose to.
But I would have to. It's not like, so I had this running thing going on with my wife. It was like, yeah, well, go to a bar tonight. Freaking go tell everybody. It was like, who wants to sleep with me? Form a line right here. I guarantee you're going to have at least 10 men in that line. And then everybody else who isn't in that line is either married and got their woman there with them, or they're just lying to themselves like, yeah, I don't want to be number 10 or number 11. But that's just how it goes. I'm not fighting the dynamics between men and women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fighting those. Fact of the matter is that y'all can get laid way quicker than we can.
But that's not what y'all are looking for that as women. Like you said, we're looking for stability.
Something
we're looking
else.
for protective.
And guess what? That's your
and
burden.
Exactly. But y'all are literally just going out here and look. And y'all got it all at home. And you're still going out here and look for what?
So I got a question for you.
Another fucking headache.
How many subscribers would you have if you started an OnlyFans right now?
None.
You'd have none?
Yeah.
That's your answer and you're sticking to it?
Nah, I'm like, I probably have some, but not, I mean... I'm not gonna go out here and fucking.
You're not gonna
go above and beyond.
Right. You're a married woman. You have a boundary.
Right.
All right. But that shouldn't disguise the actual truth, which is if you started an OnlyFans based off your social media right now, you would have at least 20. Right. That's low end.
Some men could do that too.
That's low end. I mean, who do you know? If I started an OnlyFans right now.
You never know because we don't know what everybody's cup of tea is.
It's because I understand where I stand.
No.
That's all that is.
And as a female, I understand where I stand too. But at the end of the day, y'all literally, we gotta grow up with the time. And our time maybe was like that. The way that it is now, it's different. Women, we're still looking for that stability. We're still looking for that protector. We're still looking for that provider.
That's what I said in the beginning.
And I agree with that, but man, all y'all looking for is, oh, she don't want to have sex with me today? Alright, I'm going to fuck somebody else. And then you lose that loyalty that y'all had. Like,
well, I mean, loyalty comes at a point where it's like, even if you don't want to, you got to. Because if I looked at that with my friends, like if I had, like, let's say a friend came up to me and asked me for $1,000, he needed it, right? Loyalty is, I don't want to give you this money, but you're my boy. So I have to give you this money, right? That's loyalty. If you're talking about it in that aspect, it's like you don't want to give up them cheeks, but you understand what you're going to lose if you don't. So you end up doing it anyways.
Keyword what you said, a friend. If an ordinary stranger just walk up to you today and say, I need $1,000, you going to give it to him?
Fuck no.
All right, so if me, not an ordinary stranger, if I walk up to you and say I don't want to have sex today, you're gonna be like, all right, next bitch say I want some dick, you just gonna give it to her?
You see, that's the difference between us.
But that's bullshit though.
Because
it's time
I have
to grow
to.
up. It's time to grow
I have
up.
to. If there was somebody who broke into your house, right? You would expect your husband to do what he's supposed to do.
And if he don't, I'm gonna step in.
You're gonna step in?
All day.
I swear we can't have this conversation. I mean, you have to. You got.
I mean,
if he doesn't, you have to.
I mean, seriously, you gotta. I can only speak for me. I can't speak for all females. But my husband told me. I mean, my husband will tell you. I'm sorry.
And if you survive the situation, then what?
But I have though. Me and my husband got to fighting for one of his friends. Mm. He got stabbed up the same night. Did ask him to this day, was I not in there trying to fight with him? He kept pushing me away. I'm jumping in because my loyalty to him. I don't care what happens. If I get stabbed, I get punched. At the end of the day, that's mine. I'm gonna protect him. In return, I expect for him to protect me.
That's fair. Hey, you guys heard it first. We went out to a club one time, and she definitely stood in for me. I didn't need it, but she did, and I let her do what she do.
That's what I do.
There's a lot of respect here.
Yeah,
I can't.
To me, it's like, don't get me wrong. Yes, I do expect as a man to protect me.
Right.
But as a woman, I understand too that I'm not living in those stone ages. I gotta step up and do something too. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So if my man is out there fighting, yes, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna fight with him.
That's right.
But that's when it comes to
I'm not even gonna dispute you on that. Like I'm gonna give that one to you. You're 100% like and like don't get me wrong, everybody. Not all of you women are like this, and she just so happens to be my neighbor. So like I'm not even like she could say like the sky's green right now, and I'd have to agree because that's just who she is.
Yeah, just with me. I mean, like I'm not speaking for every female. I can't speak for every female. I know, understand there is some females.
You can speak for
that's
about
different.
0.2% of females.
But you gotta give us that benefit of doubt to prove that to y'all, because at the end of the day, not every female's the same. Like I said, we gotta go on statistics, and statistically, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna go by me, I gotta agree with me, because and not every female's like me. But at the end of the day,
but what would you put out there to the world? Like what would you like as far as like could a man find another Toya, the neighbor? Could another man find that? Probably not. All right, then we can't talk about you.
No.
You said it.
Probably not.
You said it.
But what I'm saying is that when you get you a Toya, the neighbor, do right by her. If I said I want to have sex tonight, take it as that. We're gonna fuck again tomorrow.
No, it's all right. We're after the 2-minute mark, so you should be all right.
I will do it tomorrow, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that if you got somebody of that caliber, why fuck a woman still?
I don't think that's how everything turns out. And I know we've gotten a little bit far from the conversation. It might be because I'm so tired of arguing with you right now. Like, because like you're decent. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never go against, because we've been through a lot. Like I would never. Let me excuse me. Let me say it in a different way. I would see your point and I go, yeah, all right, but that's you. If we're talking to the masses of people here, which we do, then that's not them. Men want to get married, and I know I'd get some pushback from this. Men want to be in relationships, but they're scared. You know what I'm saying? They're scared of, divorce, and they're scared of, a woman taking everything, and you know what I'm saying? And I've talked about that. So that's why, like, it's harder to talk to you about, like, relationship things, because we're on the same page here. But we talking about prostitution today. So
I agree with you on the prostitution. It's just that to me, I feel like it should be controlled by a pimp or a man. It's my choice. If I want to do it, I'll do it.
About a guy who finds that. There's a lot of people out there that don't find that. And for them, legalize prostitution. Right next to Bolero. Hop on in. Get your dick sucked.
Right next to Panera Bread.
You go to
sandwich
Panera Bread,
and a dick suck.
Get a grilled cheese and tomato soup. Get your dick sucked. Like it would change like what people need. Like why are you dating? Are you dating specifically for sex, or are you dating because you want companionship? Like, are you too consumed with work And are you busy all day and you just like to hang out with your friends, but you get horny?
Yeah.
Because we have a solution for you.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, I'm not saying that relationships wouldn't be the same. What I'm saying is there's a lot of relationships that wouldn't be the same.
Dude, I think you're onto something. My buddy, you know Stevie Blue Eyes, he was like, he would have stayed in jail if he had access to women, because he was hanging out with all his friends. He was like, it was the fucking best.
That's hilarious.
It was the best. He goes, all we do is fuck around, laugh all day, lift weights, and you know, the food kind of sucks, but you're all laughing and you're all in a shitty situation, so everybody gets along. He goes, if I had girls, if I had access to women, I would not have left.
That's hilarious.
This is in Fort Dix too, like, you know, the biggest federal penitentiary in the world. I was laughing.
I'm obviously torn on prostitution because I don't want anybody that I know's kids or my kids to go into prostitution. But I also don't think anybody should tell people that something that's completely legal to do for free is illegal to charge money for.
Yeah.
Like there was some gay male escort that came out today. I put it on my Twitter about like, just let these fucking people have sex. Like some gay male escort was talking about the priests at the Vatican, and he's like naming names. I fucked that guy. I fucked him. He wants to suck my dick. I fucked him. And you know, they was talking about them being hypocritical. Like, yeah, they're definitely hypocritical. Let these fucking people have sex. This is crazy. Like your system doesn't work.
Yeah.
If they
On that note, I have a daughter. And I understand that, like, for me to go out and pay for sex, I'd be messing with somebody else's daughter. I completely understand that. Fact of the matter is, it was her choice. I don't, like, I am hoping that I can I am hoping that I can dad enough for my daughter to want something else. Not better, not worse, just something else. I'm hoping that I can show her the relationship between me and her mother came at a price. And that price is more on the freedom side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping that my daughter wouldn't get into it, but I'm praying that there's other people's daughters out there that are totally fine with it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a man and you weren't in your kid's life, you don't get a say. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who is out here hoping to make money for sex. That's who's out here.
So I agree with that. As a person, like, I mean, my father was taken away at a young age, but I did have my father. He taught me right from wrong. It's not so much of when it comes to the parents, because your daughter, and she has a father, she has a mother. I know you don't want that from her.
That's right.
But now we're talking about the peer pressure of the masses, because even you said, if your daughter decides she doesn't want to have sex today, is it okay for her husband to do that? To go out there because he couldn't get it from her? Would you respect that? Because today, your daughter still has that right over her body. No matter what you're doing to provide for her and protect her, she still has that right?
She does. If it became legal, she totally has the right to.
No, not even by being legal. We're not even talking about prostitution.
And
I mean,
in that, I would help her the best I could. And I'd also show her the way, if you will. Like, it's like, well, men don't take me seriously. I'd have to sit her down and go, okay, so why aren't men taking you seriously? It's because, I do this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, you can't do that. And if you're known for that already, what you have to do is you have to leave town, because that whole town knows who you are now. You know what I'm saying? I would help her in the best way possible. And she'd have to come up on a sucker to be able to marry her at some point, because that's just how it is. It's like he's got to look at you and go like, huh, well, your mentality is, you want to get married, but, also what your mentality is that you don't have to do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there, it would steer me away from a woman. And I'm 30 years old. Like, if I was, like, let's say Tabs, something happened to her, a freak accident or something like that, I'd go out into the world, and I, like, knowing what I know now, like, I would still want to get married. But I'd also have fun, too, along the way until I met the one that, I was supposed to marry, because that's exactly what happened with me and Tabs. You know what I'm saying? I was having fun with this girl, and then I told her what it was, and then, you know, as soon as, you know, I found somebody I wanted to marry, I threw it to the side, and I married the person I wanted to marry. But that's my privilege as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Would you feel that same, though, if a not to put your daughter in it, but
yeah,
if a little boy comes up to you and feel like, that's my privilege as the man, Mr.
That's right. But the thing is that if my daughter doesn't command that kind of respect,
but when she does, then we're still gonna get cheated on and all this other stuff.
You said when she does.
If she does,
right?
Not when she does, but if. Like, she can start from the gate from that, and that could be the reason why she can never get married, settle down, have kids, because she holds her standards of this. She's not willing to let them down just so she can get a dude. Like,
but we've talked about men who deserve whatever standards. Jeff Bezos, your future.
But no, we ain't gonna say they don't even deserve it. It's they're financially worth it.
He's worked hard enough.
It's not that he deserve it.
He does, because like he's
as a man, you're supposed to work hard. Just because you work hard don't mean you are guaranteed. He's a top 1%. So
he's built. So not just working hard, because I can go to a factory right now and work hard. Will it be respected by women? Probably not. Because if I was working hard making $12 an hour, it's not up to me whether I get respected by women or not.
But that's you living in your head and dealing with the woman that you live with. Because there is, like I said, there's somebody for somebody. There is a woman that will accept the man who's working hard, working at $12
It's not up to me.
It's not, but you still have. It's like, okay, back to Lizzo. Mm-hmm. Boom.
It's not up to her either.
No, listen, no, pay attention. You out here, you getting your little $12 an hour, you busting your ass, you being a good man.
You even said it. Little $12.
Whatever. Listen though.
It's unrespectable in the
community. I'm saying it like that is because I'm going to go to the subject.
That's right.
But you go out here, your $12 an hour, you are working your ass off, you're providing to get your home, Mm-hmm. Lizzo comes to your inbox right now. She ain't got what she got. What you gonna do?
I'd hit it for a night.
But you still won't consider her because you still have your standards, correct?
That's right.
And you still want to get your standards met, correct?
That's right.
Why can't it be the same for women in return?
Well, see, my standard was to hit it for a night. You're talking about
no. Even that's your standard to hit it for a night.
If she wanted to hit it for a night,
I'm
pretty sure she could have.
If she was Beyonce, would your standard just be to hit it for the night? No.
Beyonce?
Yeah.
Okay, let's change it to Rihanna. If it was Rihanna, I'd probably try to provide the best I could to keep her in my life. Because
if she's willing to accept you for what you are, for your $12 an hour and busting your ass, why couldn't it be the same for Lizzo?
That's not what you said before. If we're talking about that's not what you said before. I told her to hit it for a night.
You gonna hit it for a night because it's Lizzo, but if it's Rihanna, you gonna want. Even if you know you're gonna meet her standards.
Like I know I am underneath the porch right now, but see the thing is I did the same thing with the girl who was, in college to whatever she was gonna do. I don't even know what the hell she was gonna do. And then Tabs came along and I was like, Tabs. You know what I'm saying? Like I think women do the same things whenever it comes to the guys that they're gonna keep for, just a dangling, and then the guys they want to provide for them. It's called the dual mating strategy.
That is still you thinking and assuming. That is still thinking.
It comes from me understanding.
You're not giving a woman the benefit of the doubt to prove you wrong. You already come in the game with your assumptions. You already think that you know what she's gonna want and what she's gonna choose.
But see, the thing is that we have conversations, and even whenever I told a woman that I didn't want anything else from her. Right, a woman that I thought was, for a lack of better terms, was below what I would want. I still didn't take her out to the movies publicly. We met, we talked, you know what I'm saying?
So that's legalized prostitution.
Yes.
You're doing this how she wants to do it. It's good money right now. Honestly, the way y'all make us feel like literally that's all we can provide at this point.
That is absolutely not what I said.
Y'all come in, y'all got the jobs, y'all making all the money. Y'all get married as young as you want, but we gonna get married till we 45 and we good and we're financially stable. Y'all don't even have to be that. Y'all gonna have what you got, use it to get what you want.
So I did a video, if you did your research on me, alright? If you did, yeah.